Who's heard of a supernova? What is it?
It's an exploding star.
Right. A star that explodes. Well, supernovae might seem dangerous, but if stars didn't die in supernova explosions, if they just cooled off, how would the universe be different? The supernova explosion generates new elements and disperses a lot of the elements that were created in the star during its lifetime. Lighter elements, generated during the lives of small stars like our Sun, are spread back into the galaxy in the nebula that expands away from the star as it ages. Now, I've given you some handouts here. Let's take a look at it. Now, where did a lot of the helium be generated in the universe? Where did that originate?
Big Bang.
That's right. Now, where can nitrogen come from?
Small stars.
Small stars, good. And what about calcium?
Supernova.
That's right, stars that go supernova. Now, everyone has become a couple of elements in the universe. I've passed out your element cards there. Note that they're color-coded, okay? Yeah. Now, who has a white card? Hold them up. Good. Now, these were elements that were around at the beginning of the universe. What do you have?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. And you?
Helium.
Helium. Good. Now, who has a yellow card? Great.
Carbon.
Carbon, yeah. And?
Nitrogen.
Right. Elements on yellow cards can be made in stars more like our Sun. Smaller stars that don't explode and only disperse some of their elements that were made in the star. Lighter elements, those with fewer protons, can be made inside small stars. Who has blue cards? Blue cards. Yeah. Hold them up. Good. The blue cards represent elements made primarily in those massive stars that explode as supernovae, dispersing all those elements back into the galaxy. So look on the back of your card, and you'll see that a number of things that your element can be found in. You got them? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, hold up your card if you have an element that might be found in diamond rings or necklaces. I've got one. All right. Look around. Let's see. Are any of these cards blue?
Yes.
Yeah. Those are the elements that were generated in stars that go supernova. Diamonds can be made of?
Carbon.
Carbon, right. Which can be made in small stars. But jewelry also needs elements generated in stars that go supernova, like?
Silver.
Or gold. Good. Would we have diamond rings or necklaces in a universe where supernovae didn't happen? Nope, we sure wouldn't. Away it goes. So no jewelry in a universe without supernovae. All right, how about sharks? Who has an element needed to make sharks? What you got?
Hydrogen and calcium.
How about you?
Oh, me. Carbon, sodium.
Sulfur, and I have iron. Yeah, good. Okay, so I see, lots of blue cards here, so no sharks in a universe without supernovae. All right. What about stars? What elements are required for stars?
Helium. Hydrogen.
That's right. Just white cards. Yay! So we could have stars in a universe without supernovae, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So we'll set these there. We know that we can have stars. Oh, goodness. At least something's left, right? Now, how about this building? Who has things that would be needed for a building?
Continue with other object cards, ending with you. Your audience will quickly understand that in a universe without supernovae, mostly we'd have stars and maybe some gas giant planets like Jupiter. But there would be no Earth and none of us would be here.
So aren't you glad we live in the universe where stars explode as supernovae? Look around you. Almost all the atoms and the things around us and in your body were made billions of years ago inside stars. So for our age, we're pretty well preserved.